Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, Puebla earthquake. We bring you the latest update from Mexico.
And later, we give the rundown on the Study Abroad Fair.
We take a look at how Iowa field hockey is preparing for two Big Ten matchups this weekend.
And we'll hear from Mary Kate Harrion on how Iowa football is preparing to take on a top 5 team this Saturday.
And find out what's coming this football weekend will be like in weather.
All that and more coming up.
Daily Iowan TV starts now.
Good morning and thanks for tuning in to another live edition of Daily Iowan TV. I'm Cole Johnson.
And I'm Mackenzie Cooper. We bring you the latest news on the earthquake in Mexico yesterday on the 32nd anniversary on one of the most damaging earthquakes in the nation's history. A 7.1 magnitude tremor hit the country with damage ranging from Rebozo to Mexico City. As it stands this morning, an estimated 217 people have been projected to be dead, with countless others being trapped in collapsed buildings. Stick with Daily Iowan and Daily Iowan TV as we gather more information.
Lamar C. Wilson, the man accused of shooting 3 men in the Iowa City Ped Mall on August 29th, is attempting to use the new Iowa Stand Your Ground law as his defense. The Iowa Stand Your Ground law states that a law-abiding person does not have a duty to retreat from any place where the person is lawfully present before defending themselves with deadly force. However, the autopsy performed on the victim classified the death as a homicide because the injuries were in the victim's back and neck. A jury trial is scheduled for November 7th. Stay tuned to Daily Iowan TV for updates. Dance Marathon is busy getting underway for its 24th season, and the dancers are already getting ready for the big event, which is going to take place in February. While the event will always be for the kids, a few changes will be implemented this year, including how dancer meetings are run. These dancer meetings take place once a month, and with hopes of keeping dancers more engaged, each meeting will have a set theme.
These themes reflect kind of the core values and the mission of dance marathons.
A more noticeable change that is surprising to dancers and the public is that the Dance Marathon 24 fundraising goal will not be announced publicly this year. Typically, the goal is announced as a way to motivate dancers to get donations. This year, they have decided not to announce it because they don't want to be defined by a fundraising total.
We want to be defined by our families and the work that we do in the community, at the hospital, and on campus.
There's no deadline as to when students can register for Dance Marathon, and they are encouraged to do so.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but the weather's been all over the board. We've seen fog, we've seen rain, a little bit of heat. What are you thinking about it?
Yeah, and one thing we haven't seen yet is rain. So let's toss it over to Joe to see if that's in our forecast.
That's right, guys. We're going to see a lot of rain coming up in this coming week. Wednesday afternoon, we're looking at scattered thunderstorms with a high of 89 degrees. As we move into the evening tonight, we're going to see some thunderstorms with temperature dropping all the way down to 66 degrees. Now let's take a look at our 5-day extended forecast. Thursday, we're looking at partly cloudy day with temperatures reaching a high of 91 and a low of 69. We're going to see a nice and sunny weekend though. Friday we'll see temperatures reaching up in the low 90s. Saturday expect to see some cloud coverage out there, but we'll still have a high of about 93. Sunday expect to see some clouds with highs reaching the 90s. As we come out of the weekend on Monday, we're going to see those clouds stick around with a chance of rain and temperatures reaching the mid 80s. And that's your weather for the week. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Joe. Yesterday afternoon, Mercy Hospital in Iowa City announced both staff hour reductions and layoffs. The hospital announced that it would be removing approximately 115 positions, with 65 positions being laid off immediately. Said positions consist of mostly administrative and support. This is due to the growing financial difficulties in the competitive medical environment of Iowa City. This comes 4 months after the Mercy Hospital eliminated 20 positions back in April.
Yesterday was the big event for UI students interested in studying abroad. Ethan Gustine has a story.
The annual UI Study Abroad Fair occurred yesterday, with close to 900 students stopping by. Every program UI offers was present, with faculty, program directors, study abroad advisors, and even former student participants available to give out information. UI Study Abroad Associate Director Liz Wildenberg de Hernandez talks about her goal of the fair.
I think students learn a lot when they come to the fair, but the main message we want to shoot home to them is that they can learn stuff here, but when they come to our office, they can meet with someone one-on-one and get really personalized attention to find their perfect study abroad program.
For UI student and former student participant Nazira Corey, her study abroad experience has encouraged her to spread the word of this opportunity.
Honestly, I'm a huge advocate now for studying abroad. If anyone wants to ask me, should I go, I'm going to immediately say yes. I'm a huge advocate for it.
Among the hundreds of students who attended the fair, UI student Leo Gastel says his thinking behind why he wanted to attend the fair.
Different culture, immersion. I mean, I'm so used to this place. I need to do something else, go somewhere else.
If you weren't able to stop by the Study Abroad Fair, you can stop by the Study Abroad office at 1111 UCC from the hours of 8 to 5, or you can stop by the website international.uiowa.edu/studyabroad. Ethan Gutstein, Daily Iowan TV.
Well, this Saturday night is the night game for Iowa football, and I'm super pumped to be back in Kinnick. What about you, Cole?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm hoping that we have a few better calls this week instead of last week. We don't want another excessive celebration call. But let's high step our way into the sports studio for more, guys.
Thanks, Cole. Yeah, there were some bad calls this weekend, but there also was some bad football. Iowa has not done well against North Texas or Iowa State, and neither of those teams had Trace McSorley or Saquon Barkley. So I don't know about this weekend, but what do you think?
Yeah, they're going to have to get off to a fast start, which is something they haven't done yet this year if they're going to take down Penn State.
All right. Well, the Hawks open their Big Ten stretch on Saturday, and it will not be an easy task as they are welcoming Penn State to Iowa City. Mary Kate Harrion has more.
After coming off of some disappointing play in the Hawkeyes' win against North Texas on Saturday, the team now only has 3 days in order to fix those mistakes to prepare to welcome in number 4 Penn State to Kinnick Stadium.
No, there's no magic pill or anything. You just gotta, like I said, we gotta just work out and practice, attacking the fundamentals, the details, being consistent, playing Iowa football every play, and that's how we gotta take that to the field.
I think we're just going to come out and play fast, play tough, and play physical. Just play the Iowa way. Nothing's really going to change. We just got to make sure we make tackles and make plays.
You never want to start slowly like we did last game with myself putting the ball on the ground. So we definitely want to get off to a good start this game. We just focus on being detailed in everything we do. Getting every day off to a good start. Coming out from right from the get-go and being ready to go.
I think you try to pride yourself in being ready to go the first week overall. Every game's a new challenge, so you just have to be ready for it, and you have to be focused on every single one during that week. So it's just coming into that game with the attitude of being focused and ready for that game to come out.
Kickoff time is set for 6:30 p.m. on Saturday night inside of Kinnick Stadium as the Hawkeyes will take on the Nittany Lions under the lights. Reporting outside of the Iowa football facility, this has been Mary Kate Harrion for Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Make sure to tune in every Friday morning to the pregame show with Mary Kate Harrion and Zach Mackey, and they'll break down Iowa's matchup with Penn State this week.
Iowa volleyball cruised through another tournament over the weekend. The Hawks traveled to Washington, D.C. and tallied 3 more wins to their record. That tournament concludes non-conference play, and now the team prepares for a schedule that's about to get a whole lot tougher. Taylor Van Fleet has more from Carver.
We are officially at that point in the season when Iowa volleyball will head into conference play. It all starts this Friday when the Hawks will travel to Rutgers and then turn around on Saturday and travel to face number 2 ranked Penn State.
Rutgers and Penn State are 2 totally different programs right now, and so it's really going to require maybe a unique level of focus for our group. We need to go in and compete really strong on Friday. It's easy to get distracted by playing the number 2 team on Saturday, but I think we've done pretty well this year with staying focused on the task at hand.
Obviously, we're going to be watching a lot of film against Penn State, but we have Rutgers first, so we need to take care of business when we go face them, make sure we are playing our game, and then turn around right away and switch our focus to Penn State, make sure that we execute the scouting report and really stick to what we've been learning in practice.
There's depth there within our group, but still tons to work on, and we're still at this point in the season where serving and passing are our premium. We have to get better at both of those things if we're going to be competitive in the Big Ten.
We're slowly gaining more and more confidence because at this point we've seen what we can do and we have those little things we need to improve on, and so now we get to start Big Ten play, so we're all stoked.
The Hawkeyes enter into conference play with an impressive record of 11-2, but now this is where the real competition begins, and they know that they're going to have to step it up in order to take on this tough Big Ten schedule. Reporting from Carver Hawkeye Arena, this has been Taylor Van Fleet with Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Now, like Taylor mentioned, the team will play number 2 Penn State this weekend, and then they'll come back home the following weekend to play number 5 Wisconsin and number 1 Minnesota. So they're really going to have to play their best in these next couple weeks if they want to hang with the best in the conference.
The Iowa field hockey team had an eventful weekend as they took on number 2 Penn State on Friday and Penn on Sunday afternoon, suffering a 3-0 loss to Penn State. The team bounced back to claim the victory on Sunday, 3-2.
The Hawkeye field hockey team took on Penn State and UPenn last weekend and saw great success and some loss. They won against UPenn on Sunday, and with that comes great confidence going into this upcoming weekend as they face number 10 Maryland and number 23 Rutgers.
Played well, like there was no question in that, but we were just unable to execute. And I think a big take-home message from that was our how hard we have to work for one another for the full 70 minutes. And then it was really nice to see on Sunday we come back and played the University of Penn, and we smashed them.
We're going to learn from it, but we needed that game against Penn, an unranked team, and if you don't win that game, it really hurts your RPI. So really, we debriefed, we talked quickly about what we need to go over, and then we right away got to our opponent and was like, next thing matters, and that's what our focus was.
In the field, it's going to be really big. As well as like drawing the corners that we were able to do. We didn't have a lot against UPenn, but we had a lot against Penn State, which sometimes you don't always get the calls in your favor, but we definitely were able to generate our attack that way.
Again, we put together a complete game, so that's really important going into playing Maryland and Rutgers. Maryland, a top 10 team, Rutgers, a top 25 team. So we need to be able to maintain possession and really limit the transition that we're giving up. So that's going to be a main focus here in practice, and that's kind of what we took from the game. So, and it was great just to see them, battle through 70 minutes when it wasn't an easy way to play, an easy team to play.
Coach Salucci and the Hawkeyes hope to have great success as they take on their Big Ten rivals this upcoming weekend. Reporting for Iowa Field Hockey, this has been Taylor Cassian with Daily Iowan TV Sports.
The Hawks will travel to the East Coast this weekend to take on the Big Ten rivals Maryland and Rutgers, and hopefully come back to Iowa City with a couple W's.
Well, tune in tomorrow to see our very own Jacob Sinstead try his hand at spike ball.
And we'll take a look at Iowa volleyball transfer, who's making a large impact for the Hawks this season. Guys, back to you.
Each Wednesday, we here at Daily Iowan TV are proud to bring in the ICAC Animal of the Week. This is reserved for that one special animal at the Animal Care and Adoption Center who is ready to meet their new family.
This week, we have a sweet domestic short-haired cat named Irene. Irene has been with the ICAC since early June. She has quickly garnered a reputation for being one of the most collected and independent of the cats at the shelter.
Irene enjoys the simple things. Her hobbies include laying in a cozy space, playing with her favorite toys, and exploring an indoor environment.
That being said, she's an indoor cat. She's looking for someone to match with her relaxed disposition and is good with older kids. For more information on Irene and other animals, please visit the ICAC website. Call them at their phone number or just stop by for a visit. And that's the end of our live Wednesday morning broadcast. Make sure to tune in daily live broadcasts and check out dailyiowan.com for all the latest news.
And don't forget to pick up your copy of the Daily Iowan. From all of us here at Daily Iowan TV, I'm Cole Johnson.
And I'm Mackenzie Cooper. Have a great day.
Breaking down barriers long before we knew they existed. Dottie Ray, a revolutionary trailblazer and Iowa City radio personality for over 50 years. Foundation builder for journalists. Please join us in sharing Dottie Ray's story on the big screen. After the showing, a panel discussion about Dottie's life will follow. It's all part of Habitat for Humanity's She Built the Future. For more information, please contact Habitat for Humanity.